Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy. It's my pleasure. It's always an honor to be out here in nature and greeting you. Feeling so good within, hearing the chirping of the birds and inhaling that good fragrance, knowing that we are all one with nature and we need to always be aligned with nature. And that is why I chose to speak to you concerning how to understand the game of master and slave. Because we are living in a world today where many people do not understand that this life, it's a game, and you have to know how to play the game. And when you know how to play the game, then you will be in more control of your thoughts and your emotions, because those things are what would influence your actions. Now, we have to first of all realize that everyone that you behold and everything that you behold is a reflection of your inner self being projected on the outside. So as it is within, so is it without. As above, so below. Now you have to know that the body constitutes a head and a tail. And the Bible tells you that you are to be the head and not the tail. That you are to be the lender and not the borrower. Which is saying, you're supposed to be the giver, first of all, before you can even be the receiver. But many people are choosing to be the receiver before they become the giver. So yes, my brothers and my sisters, when you understand the law by which all life are governed, then you will understand that just as the body is made up of trillions of cells, so too are the billions around the world. Whether is it 7 billion people or 8 billion people, all of those people are yourself and different version of yourself. And every attribute that they display is in you also. But you have a choice. Therefore, you have to understand that this mind, it governs the body. And the brain is above. And the brain is also a transmitter and a receiver of frequency. Therefore, my brother and my sister, the first lesson you have to learn in life is the body is a servant to the mind. And that's the game of master and slave. Now, many people, especially melanated people, they read the Bible and they read about master and slave and read of where the Bible is saying that servant must be obedient to their masters and so on. And they believe that they are speaking about slavery, as in physical slavery, that would have taken place hundreds of years ago. And when they read about the government or leaders, they believe it's a system that has been set up for them to keep them in illusion. No. It is always the system of the body, where the mind controls the body, where the mind is the true government, teaching you of self-government and how to understand your higher self and your lower self. So for example, when we see what is happening around the world with the spread of this pandemic, scamdemic, and we see what would have just taken place recently with the death of George Floyd, and how many people have given away their power and the council rejoice greatly for receiving their energy, because they interpret all of that took place as opportunity. So the politicians saw a great opportunity. The preachers, they saw also a great opportunity. The celebrities and all of these people, they all are part of the council. And that council is whereby they are playing the part of the mind, the part of the brain. And the masses are playing the part of the body, the part of the slave. Now, when you refuse to play the part of the mind, the part of the brain, you're refusing to be a thinker, a free thinker. Therefore, you're not operating in the faculties of your mind. Therefore, you're not playing the part that you're supposed to be playing as the Lord and Master of your destiny. And we all decide to come here to have this experience and to become overcomers by coming back to that place of remembrance, of knowing exactly who we are. Having been born in this world in a state called amnesia, a state of forgetfulness, and we are seeking to know who we are. So my brother and my sisters, you have to realize that they set up a false justice system, because real justice is knowing who you are, is understanding the divine law of reproduction, that every seed and every species will always reproduce after its own kind. If you sow pumpkin, you can't reap corn. No, it's going to give you your justice. It's going to give you whatsoever you sow. So as a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So those who are playing the part of the body and choosing to be the slave, they are the ones who will gravitate towards the celebrities and look up to the celebrities as their example. And the celebrities who are taking their energy and knowing that the masses are exchanging their energy for money, they know that if they use any amount of money to stand up for George Floyd's family, that many would get brainwashed and they would believe and they would rejoice and they would say, yes, this is real justice. We are satisfied. And so all the people who allow themselves to be used, they now settle themselves down and believe in the false justice system, which is fake justice. And believe, well, okay, we have accomplished something, but they haven't accomplished anything because they do not understand how to play the game. They do not understand that they are operating just as the body. And the body eliminates waste. And the body just operates in the five senses only. But that which is not the body operates in another dimension that is outside of time. And until you get into that place of the sixth sense, you wouldn't know that time isn't real. You wouldn't realize that the system that you think that gives you justice is not real. You look into the same system for justice. You're deceiving yourself. Because the police, the lawyers, the judges, the whole judiciary system, they're all one. The jury, they're all one. That's one system. So when you discover your true self, and you know who you are, and you understand the power of thoughts and emotion, then you would understand how to get your energy in motion in a creative way to give you what you want. So many were impressed with Kanye West donating money and forget that he was the same one who said Jesus is king, giving you an idol to believe in as king. When your mind, and you've been in control of your mind, you're discovering your higher self, your true self, that is king. That is what's supposed to rule. You are the real king with a crown. You have a crown chakra. You are royalty. You are more powerful than you actually think. But when you act in ways that doesn't reflect that you believe in yourself, that you trust yourself, that you really believe that God is your own human imagination, which is the creator in everyone, and that none have more power than you, that none is more established than you, that none have more money than you, or more wealth or riches than you, because we all were born rich into this world. We all were given all of the same faculties. We all were given intuition. We all were given imagination. We all were given reasoning and memory and perception and will. All of us was given that. And you have to use it. That's why the very Bible tells you, some, you who are given 5 talents, they use it. And they gain 5 more. Those who are 2, they use it and they gain more. But those who are given 1, they hid it. And it's all about you being given gifts. It is all about you being given a talent. And you have to use it. So if you not use it, you will be used. You'll be abused. You'll be walked upon. And that is why many who react and give the energy away, they have even pushed them further to give more away by telling them to go and mark an X, to go and vote. The preachers were telling them, go and vote. That's real justice. The mayors were telling them, go and vote. That's real justice. And many people fail to realize that even the other 3 men who were accomplices in the murder of George Floyd, that no mayor was saying to prosecute them until when it reached to the point of the people giving away all of their energy. And then they make a move after they would have accomplished their goal of taking all of these people's energy all over the world. Then they say, okay, now we're going to arrest those 3. So my brother and my sister, we have to wake up and understand how the game of master and slave been played. So when you see all these Hollywood stars coming out and so on, those are part of the council. The council that have you control. They want to keep you in a place of mediocrity so they can rule over you. Because the mind all rules over the body. And you're playing the part of the body. And when you play the part of the body, you've been trapped in the matrix. You're staying in the wall of the 3 dimension. In the 3-dimensional wall. Instead of expanding. Instead of seeing and being that which you desire to be, and to realize that we are all one and we all connected, and whatever is your desire, even if it take 1,000 people to bring it to pass, it will come to pass. Those who are playing the game and who understand the game, they know at a higher level of consciousness there is no such a thing as race. I am God expressed in a melanated body. Yes. And I would love to see others who is in this kind of melanated body come to understand that their real identity is their divinity also. So on one level, I see melanated people as my people, but I see everyone also all around the world as my people, the Chinese man, the Japanese man, the Indian man, the white man. So my brothers and my sisters, we have to go beyond the race game too. You have to understand that. So there are many, many people who say that they've been hurt by what they would have seen, all these men would have done. To be honest with you, my brother and my sister, I learned to control my emotion. I look at things from another angle. I controlled my emotion when I was looking at what would have taken place. And realize that there are many who are going to benefit off of what would have just taken place. Because they know that the people who do not understand that the real currency, the real money, the real riches are the thoughts. They are the ones who would react. And then those who understand how to play the game will be the one who would donate millions and speak about scholarship. None of them will come and tell you, let us start an institute for George Floyd based on meditation and breathing. None would do that. Teaching people how to control their thoughts, how to control their mind, how to be in control of the affairs of their life. None would do that. But they will have a scholarship because they want to keep you in the educational program system. They would use social media because they want to keep you in the social media system, keeping you vibrating there. They do all of these things to keep you vibrating there. But there are those of us who are saying to you, wake up and understand how the game of master and slave has been played. You have a choice. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to play the part of the body? Are you going to play the part of the mind? Are you going to continue to be used? Are you going to use the power? All of us were given the same power. It doesn't matter if one have millions or billions of dollars. He or she still have to go and take a shit. The Pope in the Vatican have to do that. The Queen in England have to do that. So tell me, how could they have more power than you? It is you giving them your power. It is you refusing to play the part of the mind and choose to play the part of the body. It is you who refuse to understand that your very life is a vibration. That the pregnancy was just a vibration. When you were 1 day old, in your mother's womb, you are a beat, a vibration. Life is music, and we all are dancing to the same tune. All of us have the same organs. Because we're playing the same tune and dancing to the same tune. But you have to catch the frequency of the tune and understand what music will keep you in the right vibration and what music will shift you out of the right vibration. And I'm saying to you that the news was very, very effective in getting the world to vibrate under such low frequency and giving away so much of their energy that everyone actually forget about this pandemic, the pandemic, and they take them into a higher, they take them into a higher version of their lower self, if that makes sense. Because they add even more negativity to what was already taking place with the pandemic. And they're very, very successful. So when all of this is over, we're going to see more unemployment. We're going to see stocks and bonds falling even more. And we're going to see many who are going to lose their businesses, while the celebrities and those who are playing the part of the mind, they're going to reap all of the benefit. So my brothers and my sisters, the message I want to bring to you is to understand how to play the game of master and slave, and choose to be the master. Be the master of your own affairs. Master your mind. Master your thoughts. And you master your actions and your manifestation. Because you are the creator, and you can be a conscious creator. We all are self-made. But only the rich will accept that we are all self-made. You can become the self-made millionaire or billionaire or whatever you want to be. I want to continue to be the influencer. I want to continue to be the mystic that I am. I want to continue to be of service to humanity, to uplift humanity, and to realize that my gift to humanity and my contribution to humanity means more to me than any amount of money. And that is why I would never join any council or never join any committee to keep the masses in ignorance and mediocrity. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much, and I want to encourage you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, to like, to share this video also, or to comment if you think you need to comment. It's really nice, and it's really a pleasure having you tuning in and listening to me. Now before I end here, I want to just remind you that this message I bring to you, that it is the single eye, yes, the single eye message of self-realization, which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. I'm saying to you, my brother and my sisters, haven't it been that I would have experienced that light and know that God is light when that single eye opened within me, and I awake from the dream of life and understand that this whole life is all a game. Having ascended up on high like a fiery being, and would have heard the hand out the wind, and would have rolled the stone away from right here and came out of my skull and became invisible, and understand the death, burial, the resurrection, the virgin birth, all these things, having understand that they all took place in one night, I wouldn't have been here bringing this message of self-realization to you, this message of emancipation to you, pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I always give you the symbol of the single eye, and saying to you, do not let anyone deceive you by making you believe that the symbol on the US dollar of the eye of the pyramid is an evil symbol. No, it is the symbol of the eye of the mystic, the all-seeing eye of God in you, which is your imagination. For you would have an awakened imagination, and you would go beyond your skull, and you would realize that from your shoulder up it's a pyramid. And when you go above, having awakened, you are that eye above the pyramid, the highest level that anyone can rise to in this world. And they have been very much mindful of those who would ever come to that place. So they give you that symbol. And also from your shoulder down to your waistline is a pyramid. And from your waistline down to the sole of your feet, it's a pyramid, and it's all the tree of life. And you have to eat from the tree of life and live forever, knowing that you are eternal. Do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. All the people who write and do all of these things, you understand, I call it for justice, but a false justice system, they are eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You understand me? That's why the religious system keeps you to think that way. The political system gets you to keep that way. To think that way, I should say, sorry. And the educational system get you also to think that way. So most people thinking good and evil, good and evil. No, it's all about life. It's all about frequency. What frequency you're dwelling on, that will create your reality. So now I'm just going to give you the symbol of the single eye with my hand above my crown chakra, saying to you that when you have the experience, that you come to experience that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun there is no life, and there is no light. And without the human imagination there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told in Psalms 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun, as in a S-U-N, and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And the sun has never withhold any good thing from you. As a matter of fact, the sun is what powers all of humanity. And then in Malachi 4:2, you also told that the sun, as in the S-U-N of righteousness, shall arise in you with healing in his wings. That is why I'm bringing healing to all of humanity, by saying to you to learn to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, which is actually the sexual power. Use it to achieve your every desire and understand how to play the game of master and slave by you being the master of your destiny. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.